Alright, welcome to another edition of What the Fuck? Happenings in the YouTube atheist community. Special Mother's Day edition. Oh yes, thank you for the wonderful women who make the perpetuation of our ludicrous imbecilic lives possible. Anyway, yeah. Anyway. Karina, yeah, makes good videos. I mean, every week, good video. So, yeah, she made a good video, posted, I guess, Friday, Saturday-ish, and on this Christian thing, asking them some questions, you know, the hard questions, like, why is your God a fucking retard and a fucking idiotic hypocrite? And, you know, she got lame answers, of course, but, you know, she did well. Posed the questions well. She does this, she's very articulate, you know, she's got that, I can speak English better than you thing down pretty well. You know, she can speak English better than me, anyway. So, I won't include the rest of you, but, you know, you're pretty much fucktards, too. By comparison. But anyway, Amazing Atheist, we'll get on to him. Basically, his last video, he, you know, basically pwned deep thinking. You know, kind of a cliche kind of thing. You know, kind of like me doing a video where I maybe get on here and say, oh, let's all hear it for the women out there who make the big sacrifice to have all them good old babies for humanity thing. And, you know, and then I could just go at the end, haha, just kidding, you're all sluts and pigs. But anyway, so that was it. Alright, kind of the usual kind of thing. Hey, my voice is hoarse. And I was talking all last night fine, I think. I sound kind of nasally too. I don't know what the hell that is. Yeah, I'll clear my throat in the video. How's that? Maybe a little tea will work. Okay, back on to the video again. I'm not even going to edit that out because I'm too fucking lazy. You know, it gives me an excuse to run out of time, too. But anyway, alright, then the only other TJ news I got, I think, that you know, he did do the Blog TV thing last week. I don't know if he did it this weekend. But it was the same old crap. I mean, picking his nose and man-boobery and, I mean, man, it's just so infantile. Whatever. Lying on the floor or whatever he was doing. Anyway, Cody didn't watch his videos, has his big bug glasses on again, so just say, oh, the hell with this shit. Just had some sort of, I don't know, imaginary fun day or something. I don't know what kind of video it was. It doesn't matter. Tommy from the Bronx made a lot of videos. Kind of changed his style. He's gotten a little bit obnoxious. You know, not that he wasn't aggressive before, but he's gotten more aggressive. Kind of got some sort of ego thing going on. He's kind of a little full of himself lately. Ever since that shark skin jacket, he's just kind of, you know, I don't know. I guess the clothes make the man or something. You know, he had a good day or something. I don't know what it is. So anyway, most of it's, you know, whatever, you know, a little bit yammery. He did do a nice little Oz story, you know, movie review, fake movie review, and yeah, there's no way you can tell that story short, so it was a little long, but it was watchable, I thought. Alright, the other good one was Nick the Modern Mystic has mentioned me a couple of times. He's almost communicating with me, which is kind of cool. And so he made his last, you know, the other videos were, you know, this routine kind of, you know, the economy's busted and free will is an illusion, and that was good stuff. And his last video was kind of like this Punch and Judy's thing, you know, let's analyze how we convey ideas or argue for ideas. And I sort of agree with him. I mean, you know, it really shouldn't be some sort of, it shouldn't get physical, but there is a sort of drama to it inherently, this human conflict thing, and the conflict of ideas, because they're sort of important ideas. I mean, you know, is the economy fucked? Is capitalism fucked? Is it, you know, these are important issues to people. You know, rights and responsibilities, these kind of important stuff, and people are going to argue about that crap, what the truth is. So I was just sort of thinking, you know, we used to feeding the Christians to the lions thing, and I don't think it's exactly like that. It's more like a bullfight or something. You know, there's a certain there's a certain way you go about this thing, even though it's a horror, you know, to have to get brutal. It's sort of like the bull gets pwned, you know, and it's got to be done in a certain dramatic, arrogant way to just make it all this, you know, to truly appreciate the spectacle. I mean, it's not like just swatting bugs, you know. I mean, there's more to this thing. I was even thinking of the Raging Bull movie because that came up in Stickam, and yeah, I mean, there's a certain drama to this thing. It's a fight, it's a contest, and I don't think, it shouldn't get personal, but there is a certain art to, you know, destroying the adversary thoroughly, and you are doing it for the audience in a way. You're trying to show them, see, these guys are stupid. Don't be stupid. And but I don't disagree with him in principle that we should try to keep it intelligent. But that's not always easy. I mean, if somebody's coming at you with some kind of like inmendham, there's not much you can do with that. So anyway, I guess I'll just point out there was some drama with Vloggerheads this week. The whole pizza boy thing. I don't know if you know this guy, but real asshole. And he sort of done himself in, so I guess I sort of pwned him in the end, you know, big time, because he got himself, kicked off the site, and yeah, he's just griping like it's everybody else's fault but his own, so it's kind of lame. It's that whole drama tube thing. You know, they post videos with my clips in them. They do all that same old crap. And it's just so tacky. I mean, they can't, you know, what's the point of having, what's the point of taking the worst of YouTube and making a website out of it? I mean, it's, you know, it's a little above Encyclopedia Dramatica, but that's it. It's a little above. It's just a garbage website. There's so many stupid human beings. It really, you know, just the definition. See, I mean, they all have mothers. So maybe on Mother's Day we ought to be cursing all the fucking mothers. I mean, you had that. George Bush has a mother. I mean, what you know what I'm saying? She was that Barbara Bush thing. God damn, she was Mrs. President. And somebody just said, "Got to kick her in the pussy." I mean, Jesus Christ, what the hell were you thinking? There's a lot of antichrist out there, or antichrist wannabes, and they all got fucking mothers. So maybe what are we, slapping the bitches around on Mother's Day? But anyway, that's a whole nother subject. Probably shouldn't go there. It's like the Holocaust or something. That's something you shouldn't talk about. All right, Stickam. We'll get to that. It was really, I thought it was a good night. I was pretty, I had some moments, told some pretty funny jokes here and there, and it was some good arguments, good conversation. That Jasper Abbey guy, who's always posting links to his goddamn channel, a bit of a self-promoter, he was in there, and we had to talk about, he's one of these subjectivist, relativist, nihilist kind of fuckers who doesn't believe anything in the universe is true. It's just all our personal opinion kind of bullshit. So really hard to argue with, because water's not wet and feelings don't matter. I mean, they only matter when they matter to you, and it's just, what the fuck are you talking about? I mean, if it ain't my dog run over on the street, it's just the dog run over on the street. It doesn't mean anything, right? Because I have to have some sort of personal connection to it, or I can't know what it is, and I can't think about it, I can't figure it out. I mean, it's just a pile of shit. I don't even know how to argue with these assholes. And they all had goddamn mothers. That's another one. See, we ought to go after these damn mothers because they gave birth to retards. But anyway, enough of that. I didn't kick them or anything, so it was good. But there was a lot of, it was a lot of challenging conversation, argument. It was really good. There was a lot of little troll people, which was irritating. One of them was a guy who seemed like a not troll, and then he just turned into a troll like an hour and a half later, and was like, how the hell does that happen? Why does somebody waste your time for, well, there wasn't wasted time, because he asked some good questions, engaged in some conversation, and then he just turned into an asshole. And it was just like, what the fuck? I mean, there were so many what the fucks, you're just saying, why do people get into rooms and they're just playing music and they'd have the whole room muted, and you're like, what the hell are they thinking? Just so many retards in the world. All right, enough of that shit, though. Get to the women's. The women's are the important thing. Emerson was in early. Karina, she was there a long time. Some new girl, Snosberry Bush girl or something. She's a 17-year-old, but, you know, she was kind of smart and articulate, so it was good. No California or Juliet, so that was a little disappointing. Which a few of the other brainy girls didn't show up either, but there was enough. There was enough girls to keep the room civilized and fun. So what else? Piero. I'll call him Piero. That's out of a politeness. He must have been like really stoned or something, because we actually got along and it was agreeable. And it was like, whoa, what the fuck is going on there? But it's kind of, I like when me and Pyro aren't arguing, to tell you the truth, because I basically like Pyro, but yeah, I mean, when he gets on these, you know, phantasmagoria, when he gets his unicorn spurs on, I mean, it's just, oh, hell. Everything goes to hell. But otherwise, I get along with him. Running out of time. Great Text was in the text, and he was okay too. He wasn't horrible. Like, at least the text I saw, he wasn't being a horrible, abusive, awful human. So anyway, it's good night. Thank you. That'll be all. Running out of time. Tick, tick, tick. The end.